Bereshit, in the beginning. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. God said, "That's good." And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and the evening and the morning were the first day. God made the earth, and over it the sky, and the evening and the morning were the second day. And God said, "Let the waters under the heavens gather together unto one place, and let dry land appear." And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters he called seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, fruit trees." And it was so. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day. And God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years." And God made the two great luminaries, the great luminary to rule the day, and the lesser luminary to rule the night, and the stars. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. And God saw that it was good, and the evening and the morning were the fourth day. And God said, "Let the water teem with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the vault of the sky." God created the great creatures of the sea, and every living thing with which the water teems and that moves about it, according to their kind, and every winged bird according to its kind. And there was evening and there was morning, the fifth day. God made the wild animals according to their kinds, and livestock according to their kinds, and all the creatures that move along the ground according to their kinds. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so that they may rule over the fish in the sea and the bird in the sky, over livestock and all the wild animals, and all over the creatures that move along the ground." So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God he created them. Male and female he created them. God blessed them and said to them, "Be fruitful and increase in number. Fill the earth and subdue it." God saw all that he had made, and it was very good. And there was evening and there was morning of the sixth day. On the first day, God created light. On the second day, God created sky. On the third day, God created dry land, seas, grass, and trees. On the fourth day, God created sun, moon, and stars. On the fifth day, God created creatures that live in the sea and creatures that fly. On the sixth day, God created animals that live on the land and humans. And then, by the seventh day, God had finished the work he had been doing. So on the seventh day, he rested from all his work. Then God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because on it he rested from all the work of creating that he had done. It is a special day for us. It is our Shabbat. In many Jewish houses, Shabbat starts with lighting the Shabbat candles, followed by blessing over wine in a Kiddush cup, and yummy challah. Then God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because on it he rested from all the work of creating that he had done. ויכל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה. וישבות ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה. ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו, כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. Let's read Bereshit chapter 2. And the Lord God formed man of dust from the ground, and he breathed into his nostrils the soul of life, and man became a living soul. ויאמר אדוני אלוהים, לא טוב היות האדם לבדו, אעשה לו עזר כנגדו. And the Lord God said, It is not good that man is alone, I shall make him a helpmate opposite him. לבדו? Alone? Where did the woman go? And the Lord God caused deep sleep to fall upon man, and he slept, and he took one of his sides, and he closed the flesh in its place. ויבן אדוני אלוהים את הצלע אשר לקח מן האדם לאישה, ויביאה אל האדם. There are many opinions and explanations. Here are a few. Please remember, there are many explanations and opinions. You may disagree with some and accept others, and that's okay. One opinion is based on the description of creation in Genesis 5:2, in which male and female he created them, from which is derived that Adam was created androgynous. Another opinion is that Adam was created two-faced. You hedge me before and behind, from Psalms 139. The creature had face in front and another behind, one of a male and the other of a female. In creating Eve, God cut this creature into two, forming a back for Adam and a back for Eve. One midrash is occupied with the physical appearance of the woman's body, which differs from that of the man. And the Lord fashioned the rib, from which the rabbis learned that God fashioned Eve as a storehouse. Eve's body structure here presented as a functional for purpose of pregnancy. The different physical structure of man and woman as part of God's wisdom in creation, in which each body serves the need of its gender. According to another midrash, Adam's creation did not precede that of Eve, and the two were created together, like all other creatures that were created male and female. The creation of Eve is not presented as an act of detracting from and harming another complete creature, but as an act of separation, just as the creation of the upper and lower waters and of light and darkness were acts of detachment between two elements that has previously existed as admixture. A man is incomplete without a wife. The man and woman in the first version tell us the story of the body. They were created like other elements of creation, just a bit better. Their purpose is to live and prosper at the helm of the planet. The story on chapter 2 deals with our soul. And he breathed into his nostrils and the soul of life, and man became a living soul. What do you think? And now a poem. It's a Good Thing I'm Not in Charge Here, by Evi Sidman. It's a good thing I'm not in charge here. I could never thought of a pine cone or a pomegranate or a porcupine. And even if I thought of one, how on earth would I have engineered a comet or organized a life in a pond? And where would I have found the energy to make each and every snowflake different? It's more like me to come up with one or two possible models, make a mold, crank 'em out. And it's not like me at all to finish up an entire mountain range, then go back and carefully touch up with a tiny forest of moss on the north side of every stone. I've got a pretty good head for details, but it does seem likely that I'd have left off the dots on a ladybug's back and neglected to tie in each and every strand of silk to every kernel of every ear of corn. Why, I lived in a house for 2 years before I hung the curtains in the bedroom. I'd probably never get around to making a waterfall.